day trading live this morning, making one trade this morning, and kind of breaking down this whole entire move, what I was thinking from the start to the finish, and showing you guys my thought process, showing you guys kind of my plan, and then kind of executing that plan, and it worked out pretty good for me. So stay tuned, see what went down live in this video. So this morning, I'm taking a look here at GNW. So GNW overall is in this downward trend. It's gapping up this morning, but it's going to be running into a lot of resistance. On the daily chart, we got the 50 EMA, got the 100 EMA, and the 200 EMA up above it. So we got the 50 there at 320, and the 100 there at 330, and the 200 there at 350. So I'm watching GNW, like I said, this downward trend. Look at this downward channel here. And I'm going to watch to see if we can't get above, get up to this top of this channel for a possible short opportunity. And then look to ride this baby back down, because you can see it's just been hitting the top of this channel multiple times and then pulling back from there. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on here. 330, 340 area. I like to see 330 kind of just break and then look for a short opportunity at that point. Let's see if I get filled here at 316. Small starter position, getting 250 shares. That's kind of the pre-market high right now. And look to add some more from there. So that 316 area, holding it down right now. Let's see if we can get this pullback. So RIOT making a move here this morning. Bouncing around there, up there to the $16 area. So GNW down there to that 311 area. See if this can break that 310 area. There were some buyers setting up there, 310. Looking for this to pull back through that 310 area. From there, you can see the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA, everything kind of lining up in that area right now. I got the VWAP there at the 314 area. So we'll see if that VWAP turns into resistance there. So GNW down there to that 307 pre-market support now, which is pretty much my profit target area there. We'll see if this 307 area can break here. Look at the 5-minute chart. You can see the gap here. This thing gapping up from the 275 area up there to above $3. Let's say I had 1,000 shares right now. I would have probably covered, half there at the bottom of this pre-market low. And look at it now, down there to 304, 305, looking nicely. So today, the goal really was just to find a stock that I could see a nice trend in. Like I said, we're looking for this downward trend here. This thing gapping up there, that previous resistance support there at the 316 area, was looking to short into that, or possibly up in the top of this channel there at the 330 area. And that was the goal, to kind of short. The goal today really was to find a stock that I could identify the downward trend like this, find that channel, and then look for that move lower. So that's what we got going on right now with GNW. I would have probably looked to, get a couple thousand shares there at the 320 area if I had larger size. But today I'm just trying to play a little bit smaller and just kind of let this trade work out and kind of, really see how this goes. Finding some support there at the bottom, there at the pre-market lows. So like I said, I probably would have covered. I would have covered half if I had a larger share size. I've only got 250 shares, so it's not really worth it for me to cover half right now. Kind of let this one just kind of ride and see if we can get this break down there to the $3 area or below $3. You can see that pre-market support kind of at the $3 area. You can see that you can kind of see this trend here. Pre-market right there. That's what we're watching. Kind of broke below that trend now. So we'll see now if this is going to turn into resistance there at the 309 area. You got the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA. You got the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA kind of lining up right there at that resistance area. So a couple things lining up there. We got the VWAP still up there at the 312 area. That's what we're watching right now. See if we get this to pull on down. So it's looking like that trend line, the EMAs, they're holding this down for now. So that's looking nice. Like I said, now I'm looking for that move down there to the $3 area. This is working out beautifully here. So there's that $3 bounce. Bouncing off that $3 area right here. We'll see if this is going to break below $3. So looking here at the channel, we're right there in the middle of the channel, kind of bouncing there. Finding some support there on the daily VWAP. We'll see if it's going to break below there. I think we break below that $3 area. You might get a nice pullback down there at least to 290 area. So a little bounce there off the $3 area there. Back up to that VWAP area, up to the 90 EMAs, getting pulled back down. Finding resistance there. So decent selling pressure still, holding this down. You can see even after this rip from the 301 area, back up there, you can hit the, you can see after this rip there from the 301 area, back up there to 309, hitting that VWAP there, getting stuck in all this EMA, that trend, and then finding resistance at all of that. So I'm looking to see if we can get this break below $3 here, and then kind of call this trade a success. So we're getting tight right here, getting tight there. Let's see if we can get this breakdown for this 304 area to break here. I'm going to jump out there at 305, call it a day on that one. So from 316 down there to 305, not a bad trade. Obviously, it would have been nicer with more size, but really the goal, like I said, was just to kind of see this setup here and show you guys, you know, I do have a plan sometimes. It's not always just trading crazy stocks and being a madman. I know people really commented yesterday, were asking, do you even have a plan? Do you even know what you're doing? Sometimes I do, but nice little trade here on GNW. Obviously, this is, like I said, just kind of a just show a trade here. I wasn't too worried about making huge profit on it. Really, I just wanted to see kind of if I could call out this kind of trend breakdown. If I could, so really for me, it was just all about trying to see if I could find this setup and then capitalize on it and really kind of hone in. So there's a big seller sitting there at 306 right now. Maybe it's going to bounce from there. So maybe it's going to keep crashing, but I like to just be done for the day, honestly. At this point, not much looking like it's moving. You got Snapchat moving around. You got a couple of stocks moving around this morning, but nothing looking too hot right now. I was actually thinking about shorting Snapchat earlier, but it looks like it's on a tear right now. Maybe later on, if this thing can find some resistance there. But right now, Snapchat is just making moves there from the $17 area up there to $18.70. Nice little move there on Snapchat. A couple other stocks moving around. You got, what else you got here? RIOT up there to the $16 area multiple times, kind of bouncing on the way down here. No shares are short on this one. This was a stock that I thought would kind of had potential today. It sold a $500 million paper. Look at this gapping down there from the $27 area down there to $21. So nice little move there on TRNC. So GNW finding that support there at the 304 area and then breaking to the upside. So I covered it at a good time. Like I said, I had small size. Today wasn't, you know, hey, I want to make a ton of profit today. Today was, I wanted to find one good trade this morning at open and then kind of see if I could call it out there and kind of see if I get the nice little trade, which, you know, it worked out pretty good. Down there to the $3 area, which would have been kind of my profit target anyway with this trade down there. You know, maybe below $3 if it wanted to break. But like I said, I probably would have taken profit there kind of at that pre-market low, at least half there at the pre-market low, and then kind of put the rest on a stop there if this thing wanted to start curling back up. So GNW, it's a slow mover. It's nothing too crazy, but still kind of was playing into this channel here, seeing this channel there, thinking, hey, you know, if this thing can't really break to the upside, I think this thing could pull back. And it did exactly kind of what we had planned, or, you know, kind of the plan overall, kind of doing what we wanted to do, playing into this trend here and seeing if I could identify this trend and then execute a trade. So I feel, you know, it's not always about making tons of profit. Sometimes it's just about, you know, kind of figuring out some things. And today was one of those days, just kind of figuring out some things. So I think I'm gonna be done there. And then I actually have this video that I'm working on for my Mexico trip that I need to get done. It's been a couple months now, and I'm slacking on the editing process. I need to get that done. I got a Digibyte video done, so I got a lot of editing to do. And I think a lot of times, like I said, I spend too much time kind of focusing on trading, and, you know, I get stuck on the computer just looking at charts all day and not really doing what I need to do sometimes, which is finish up some other work and you know, not always just be worried about what's going on in the market, but sometimes just need to focus on other things. This GNW trade was a nice little confidence booster. Let's say we'll call it that, a confidence booster. Even only making $25, you know, after commissions, it's going to be nothing. But you know, even just doing that and just having a nice little trade there on that, start the day out. Start the day out on a good note, and then make this little video for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, it wasn't about the profit; it was about the trade. And I think the trade worked out pretty good. Down there to the 301 area, $3 area. So not bad, not bad. So on that note, I think I'm going to close it out there, and I'll talk to you guys later on. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Talk to you later.